In a quiet valley surrounded by tall green hills, there lived a 27-year-old young man named Elijah. From the outside, Elijah looked fine. He was strong, intelligent, and full of potential. But inside, his mind was never at rest. His thoughts were like wild horses running in every direction. Regrets from yesterday haunted him. Fear of tomorrow exhausted him. At night, his body lay on the bed, but his mind refused to sleep. Even when he smiled, it felt forced. Deep down, Elijah felt lost, as if life was passing him by while he stood still. Many times, he asked himself, is this how life is supposed to feel? One evening, while sitting alone, Elijah heard a story that sparked a small flame of hope. People spoke of a 70-year-old man named Master Ronan, living far away in a quiet hill village. Long ago, Ronan had been a respected psychologist in the city, helping broken minds find strength and direction. But after decades of service, he left the noise of the world and chose a simple life close to nature. Some said he no longer taught with books, he taught with wisdom. That night, Elijah made a decision. If I continue like this, he thought, I will lose myself. I must find answers. At dawn, he began his journey. The road was long. His legs grew tired. Doubt whispered, turn back. But something stronger inside him replied, keep going. After several exhausting days, Elijah finally reached the hill village. It was peaceful quiet in a way that calmed the heart. At the edge of the village stood a small wooden house, covered in vines and flowers. On the porch sat an old man, eyes closed, breathing slowly, as if time itself had slowed down around him. Elijah approached gently and said, Sir, my mind is heavy. I think too much. I worry too much. I've lost my peace. Please teach me how to find it. Master Ronan slowly opened his eyes and smiled, not the smile of someone who felt superior, but the smile of someone who understood pain. Then he stood up and motioned Elijah to follow him. In the yard, Ronan picked up a glass and filled it completely with water right to the edge. Not a single drop could move without spilling. He handed it to Elijah and said, walk to the end of this village and return. But be careful, do not spill even one drop. Elijah was confused, but he trusted the process. He held the glass with both hands and began to walk. The path was noisy. Children ran past him laughing. Traders shouted. Animals crossed the road. But Elijah noticed none of it. His eyes were locked on the glass. His breathing slowed. Every step became intentional. Every movement became careful. When he returned, the glass was still full. I didn't spill a drop, Elijah said proudly. Master Ronan nodded and asked, tell me, did you notice the children playing? Did you hear the shouting in the market? Elijah paused, then shook his head. No, I saw nothing. I heard nothing. I was only focused on the glass. The old man smiled. He said, that is the lesson. Elijah listened closely. When your mind is fully present, Ronan continued, there is no space for regret, no room for fear, and no energy wasted on imaginary futures. Your pain does not come from life, it comes from a mind that lives everywhere except here. Elijah felt something shift inside him. For years, the old man said, you've been carrying the past like a burden and chasing the future like a shadow. But peace exists only in this moment. When you master the present, you master your life. Tears filled Elijah's eyes, not from sadness, but from clarity. So peace was never missing. He whispered, I was. Master Ronan nodded. You don't need to escape your thoughts. You need to guide them. Focus on what is in your hands right now, and your mind will follow. As the sun dipped below the hills and birds returned to their nests, Elijah bowed deeply in gratitude. He began his journey home, but he was no longer the same man who arrived. His problems hadn't magically disappeared, but his strength had returned. He now understood that calm is not found by running away from life, but by standing fully present within it. And from that day on, whenever his mind tried to race ahead or fall behind, Elijah remembered the glass and came back to the moment. Because the present moment is where peace lives.